Good evening. The last part of coordination chemistry, which is bonding in metal carbonyl. 2 marks question in board. That what exactly or how exactly we see the bonding in metal carbonyls. Metal carbonyls are coordinate compounds where C double bond O, that is carbon monoxide, is the ligand. Okay? We know that whenever carbon monoxide forms bonds or forms complex compounds with ligand, the oxidation state of the metal becomes 0. The first common example we study is what? NiCO4. Then we study what? FeCO5. These are all what? Homoleptic complexes. What do you mean by homoleptic complexes? Where the ligand is only one, but it is repeated multiple times. What is the name of this compound? Tetracarbonyl nickel 0. What is this? Pentacarbonyl iron 0. So when carbonyl or carbon monoxide is used as a ligand, the compound is called as metal carbonyl. When carbon monoxide is used as a ligand, the compounds are known as metal carbonyls. The compounds are known as metal carbonyl. Now write properties of metal carbonyl. Properties of metal carbonyl. Metal carbonyls are mostly solid at room temperature and pressure. Metal carbonyls are mainly or mostly solid at room temperature and pressure, except Fe and Ni. These two which we commonly use, these metal carbonyls are liquid at room temperature. Other than that, everything else is what? Solid at room temperature. Next, they are volatile and toxic. They are volatile and toxic. They are used as industrial catalyst. They are used as industrial catalyst. Next, reactivity of metal carbonyl. Reactivity of metal carbonyl depends on the central metal atom. On the central metal atom and the ligand. Now write bonding in metal carbonyl or describe bonding in metal carbonyl. Please write. First point. Okay. It is described, bonding in metal carbonyl is described in the following 2 steps. Bonding in metal carbonyl is described in the following 2 steps. First, there is donation of lone pair electron. There is donation of lone pair electron of carbon from CO into the suitable empty orbital of the metal atom. Into the suitable empty orbital of the metal atom. This is a dative overlap. This is a dative overlap and forms a metal carbon sigma bond. A metal carbon, this is of CO. So this forms a sigma bond. Okay? ಇದನ್ನ represent ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ steps ಅಲ್ಲಿ, if I show that a metal atom has got two lobes, one positive, one negative. This reacts with carbon monoxide, one lone pair electron and one lone pair electron. Correct? This is how we write CO or carbon monoxide. So if I represent this in the form of a lobe, what happens is this lone pair electron of the carbon of the CO is donated to any empty d orbital of the vacant metal atom. So it is a normal donation. Ligand donates electron to the metal atom. This is called as what bond? A dative bond, because the direction is known. We know that this is the donor atom and this is what atom? An acceptor atom.
There are only four atoms, right?
4 atoms are 4 electrons.
4 electrons.
4 electrons.
3 are already done with oxygen.
Huh? Oxygen, how do you represent Lewis structures? Think. Lewis structures ಹೆಂಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ? Last year Lewis structures ಕೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? Lewis structure of CO ಮಾಡು. So lone pair electrons will be present. These lone pair electrons are donated from carbon to the metal atom. So this is a dative bond because this is the donor atom and this is what the acceptor atom. If this kind of a donation happens, it is called as what bond? Sigma bond. Please write the structure like this. Please write. ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನೋ ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ Lewis structures ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. So this explains about what character sigma character or sigma bonding in metal carbon is. Is it clear? Understood? The first step, carbon monoxide ka carbon gives a lone pair of electron to the metal atom. The donation is from carbon to the metal. It is a dative bond. It gives what character? Sigma character to the metal carbonyl. Fine first step. Now write second step. There is a pi overlap. MOT gap ka idya? Molecular orbital theory. In molecular orbital theory we say that whenever the orbital overlaps, they form two kinds of orbitals. One which is called as bonding molecular orbital with lower energy and more stability, and one with higher energy is called as what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. So bonding and anti-bonding gottu. Bonding is represented as normal and anti-bonding is represented with a star. So now write. There is a pi overlap involving donation of electrons from filled metal d orbitals into the vacant anti-bonding pi molecular orbitals of CO. Pi molecular orbitals of CO. This results into the formation. This results into the formation of, please write like this, MC pi bond. MC, metal and carbonyl ligand. Okay, MC pi bond. Now see, what is the issue here? First thing, we say that it has a sigma character because the carbon of the carbonyl of carbon monoxide basically donates lone pair electrons to the metal atom. Now, this metal atom, which has got all the electrons, it transfers back one of the electrons to the antibonding molecular orbital of the carbon monoxide. So, what it is giving? It is giving back the electron. So, this pi character of the electron is called as what bonding? Back bonding. Because it is giving back again to the ligand. So, this is called as back bonding or synergic bonding. Correct. This is called back bonding or synergic. This is called back bonding or synergic. Synergic spelling in synergic bonding. This is called back bonding or synergic bonding, which strengthens the bond between carbon monoxide and the metal. Thus, the metal carbon bond. Thus, the metal carbon bond in metal carbonyls. Thus, the metal carbon bond in metal carbonyls possess both sigma and pi character. They possess both sigma as well as pi character. Please draw this for showing the pi character of the metal atom. This electron is donated to the lone pair, or lone pair electrons are donated back to the vacant d orbital of the antibonding pi orbital. So it creates what effect? A synergic effect. So let us write this part. Please see here, this is called as what bonding? Back bonding, or what bonding? Synergic bonding. This is the formation of what orbital? Pi bonding. This is the formation of what bonding? Sigma bonding. So bonding in metal carbonyl first involves the carbon monoxide ka carbon donating a pair of electron to the metal atom. This is a dative bond. It forms sigma bond. The direction of it is ligand giving into the metal. In the second case, the lone pair electrons, or the electrons which are present in the metal, is transferred back to the vacant antibonding orbitals of the carbon monoxide. This creates what bonding? Back bonding, because generally it is ligand donating to metal. Here what we are doing? The metal is donating back to the ligand. So this is called as what bonding? back bonding or synergic bonding. This bonding gives stability to the metal carbonyl bond. Clear? So the carbonyl bonds or the metal carbonyls have both aspects of the bond, pi aspect as well as sigma aspect, and this gives extra stability to the metal carbonyl. Clear? Now open your textbook and learn diagrams of all the bonding, all the metal carbonyls given. Please write. Okay, now the last part is the last part is application of application of coordination compound. Although it has been said that this is not there, for you all it is retained, for PU, for CTSC that has been taken out. Please write, chlorophyll is a coordinate compound of magnesium. Chlorophyll, important things you should know. Chlorophyll is a coordinate compound of magnesium. Huh? Okay, next, hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a coordinate compound. Hemoglobin is a coordinate compound of iron. Myoglobin is also a complex compound of iron. Okay, vitamin B12. Vitamin B12. What is the complex name then? What is the biological name of vitamin B12? How many bio students here? What is the complex compound name of vitamin B12? Chaitra, not bio.
Not bio.
Then these people are all very happy. Who are bio students here? Mihir. Hello Akhilesh. What is vitamin B12? Nobody. Please write bracket. Vitamin B12 is called cyanocobaltamine. Yes or no? Please write cyanocobaltamine. If that name comes, you know it is a coordination compound of what? Cobalt. Vitamin B12 is a coordination compound of cobalt. Please write. The hexadentate ligand EDTA. The hexadentate ligand EDTA, full form you know, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. The ligand EDTA is used in the detection of hard water. Is used in the detection of hard water by simple titration. EDTA is also used in the treatment of lead poisoning. EDTA is also used in the treatment of lead poisoning. Okay, last year chemistry book first chapter, first few pages, have you read? Where it was taught that something is used as a treatment of AIDS and some compound is used as a treatment of cancer. Did you read cisplatin? Cisplatin was a compound. What was the first chapter of 11th standard? Some basic compounds. Some basic concepts of chemistry. There was the role of chemistry in medicine or something, where you studied one compound which was used for the treatment of AIDS and another which was used for the treatment of cancer. So cisplatin barili. Cisplatin, a coordinate compound of platinum. Cisplatin, a coordinate compound of platinum, is used for the treatment of cancer. Then we have Baba Ramdev. What does he tell you to eat, bhai? What does he tell you to eat? He doesn't tell you to eat, means he tells you to eat for immunity what? Chawanprash. Chawanprash में एक आता है ना, सोना चांदी Chawanprash. Not heard of it. I only hardly see TV, but I know some advertisement come. Okay, so there you have colloidal gold and colloidal silver, which can be easily absorbed by the body. So they are complex compounds, or coordinate compounds of silver and gold, which will be easily absorbed by our body. Moreover, please write last. Coordinate compounds are also used. Coordinate compounds are also used in the treatment of, or in the extraction of metals. In the extraction of metals. Please write, there is something called as chelate therapy. Chelate therapy. Chelate therapy is used in medicinal chemistry. Chelate therapy is used in medicine. What is chelate therapy? If I have some kind of metal poisoning, okay, we have sometimes some kind of metal poisoning like lead poisoning, copper poisoning and all. That time we use chelating ligands as medicine, which will chelate with that metal ion which is present in our body and remove it through along with our excretory products. So that is called as what? Chelating chemistry or chelate chemistry, which is basically chelating ligands are used as medicinal chemistry. Clear? So these are important. A chelating ligand alli we use EDTA for lead poisoning. Cisplatin is also used coordinate compound of platinum. So these are the important role. There is something even used AGBR or something in photography. Negative wash ಮಾಡುವಾಗ use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So once full ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Although it is deleted, it is important for your competitive exams. So please read that part, and this finishes your entire chapter of coordination chemistry. Okay, from this again I will tell you important thing. Please write what to study from coordination chemistry. First, for PU as well as for CBSE, naming. One or two naming will come. Okay, so naming of coordinate compound, nobody will ask you rules, but naming will come. Definitions. What is coordination sphere? What is coordination entity? What is oxidation state? Adage ishtondu definitions ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Definitions of coordinate compound. Okay. Next, Werner's theory of coordinate compound. What is Werner's theory? Each metal atom has two kinds of valency, primary valency and secondary valency. Primary valency is ionizable, which is in accordance to its oxidation state. Secondary valency is non-ionizable, it is to its current coordination number. Secondary valencies are arranged in a particular fashion which gives its geometry, which is called as the coordination polyhedron. The negative atoms can satisfy both the primary valency as well as the secondary valency. This is called as what theory? Werner's theory. Next, postulates of VBT. Postulates of VBT. Okay, for PU board, 4 compounds. What are our 4 compounds? CO textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ? Ni ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ COF6 3 minus COF6 3 minus CONH3 whole 6 plus 3 NiCl4 2 minus and NiCN4 2 minus. For you all, with more emphasis to this, any compound can be asked. So we have done about 6 compounds. Huh? We have done some 5-6 compounds in both for you to understand. So please understand the writing pattern has to be correct, which I have taught you. Then only you will get. For you all 4 mark question, pakka one of that will come. With 4 marks for that thing and 1 mark maybe what are ambidentate ligands. Give an example of some ligand like that. Okay. The next part, limitations of VBT. Limitations of VBT. Next, CFT applied to octahedral complex, applied to tetrahedral complex. With some configuration, D4, D5, D6 configuration. That ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. If pairing energy is less, it pairs. If the splitting energy is less, it splits. So crystal field splitting energy diagram along with the applied to octahedral and tetrahedral complex. Why are coordinate compounds colored? How transition? DD transition. Okay, sorry ne. Why are coordinate compounds colored? DD transition. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. What is the color absorbed? What is the color given? Okay, and for you limitations of CFT and bonding in metal compounds. Inorganic chemistry this is the easiest chapter. The reason being metallurgy is removed. So your options are very limited. Either you have to study coordination chemistry pakka, P block pakka and D and F block. If P block is not pakka, then you have to lay your entire game on D and F and coordination, because options will be there for you to choose. But then out of these 3 chapters, coordination chemistry is a chapter which you can easily score. So don't mess it up and study properly. We will do only like this. Metal carbon is 100% on Saturday's test. I will give for PUC. For you all, I won't give. Okay? Read the application part. Now let us come to D and F block elements.